Hello?
Yo, hello.
Shroom? Hey man, thank you for coming on the show.
No problem. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Alright
So,
man.
what's up, guys? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, well, we can hear you. You're live right now.
I'm live. What's up, everybody?
Yep, there's around 500 people right here, man, so what's up? Alright
Uh,
man, first of all, I want to ask you, how was your day, man? How's everything going on for you?
well, long day of work. It was cool, you know.
What do you work at?
Uh, I recently got a job at a market research company in San Francisco. It's called Research Now. So I kind of do their data routing and things like that, the IT industry.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Also, you do IT, that's hype.
Yeah.
That's hype, man. So where are you right now?
Right now, I am at home practicing for NorCal Regionals tomorrow.
Oh man, that's a difficult tournament.
Oh, they can see me. There we go.
Difficult tournament, man. And so I heard you were making a transition from Dr. Mario over to Sheikah. How about that, man?
Okay, so recently I've just been experimenting with other characters. I've played Doc for a really long time. Sometimes I just want to try new characters, try something new.
Uh huh.
So, yeah.
And well, you say you were just trying new things, or were you thinking about the full switch? You know?
Uh, I mean, I was considering a full switch to Sheik, but I don't know. Who knows? Eddie Mexico was pretty inspiring taking that SSS. So,
Hmm. So what is your goal for this weekend?
I mean, my goal is always first place, always. But specifically, we recently had a triple elimination tournament last
Triple
weekend, and
elimination. How does that work?
you have to ask Hugo
Mhm.
Sheridan for the specifics, but we just had a triple elimination tournament and ended up losing to SFAT 3 times that day.
Oh
So
my god.
my goal is definitely to get some revenge.
Alright, man. I wish you good luck with that one then. Alright, man. So let's go over the first question of the night. Now, what is your? Can you go on your first involvement with the Smash community, or better put, when do you start to get involved with the Smash community? Your roots.
My let's see, I joined the competitive scene back in 2008, but my first tournament I want to say was in 2007. It was at my community college, and it was just a random school tournament, and I played my friend now Casey. Back then his tag is the cheese, and we played in grand finals, and he knew some advanced techniques and I didn't, and I was just asking him, how are you doing all this stuff? And so he kind of just told me about the advanced techniques, and I got into it from there, and ever since I've just been a diehard Melee fan.
man, man, will you say melee is a way of expressing yourself, perhaps?
Definitely, I say that I can you can get to know someone from playing them. Like, you can tell a lot about a person from their play style. At least I think you can.
Like, for example, what kind of things have you noticed from playing people over the years in that aspect?
Uh,
Any different insight, for example, I don't know, from playing someone and then getting to know them afterwards, and if you were right or wrong.
I'll say Mango's play style reflects his personality pretty well. When he plays, he just kind of wants to play his own style and just, play his game no matter what. And he's the same way in person. So that's an instance where I think I was right. I'm trying to think of one where I was completely wrong. I'll say, actually, maybe homemade waffles. Brandon,
Mhm.
I think his play style is is a little different than his personality. You know, he's a pretty explosive, crazy, you know, outgoing guy.
Mhm.
So sometimes his play style reflects that, but not all the time. Because he's also a very smart, calculated player. So, you know,
I see that.
different sides of the coin there.
Mhm. Mhm. So you're being regarded as the best Dr. Mario for quite a while now, and props to you, man, for that accomplishment. Definitely really hard to do well
Thank
with
you.
it. Definitely hard to do well with a
Yeah.
character that it's not considered some of the best, and not only that, but you managed to always be there in this top places since like forever. How do you do this? How do you accomplish such a feat?
Uh, I mean, I guess I just never stop trying to get better so that I always keep current with the meta. You know, I just try to stay on top of my game, never take too long between playing, you know, keep in practice or else you get rusty. Uh, Now that you say that, you know, I'm actually really working on getting a step higher. You know, it's cool being consistent and everything, but I'm trying to break into the top three. You know, go a
Yeah.
little higher.
Hmm. Well, you say there's a big difference between being, on the top 8 on 5 of tournaments and then being in the top 3 of them.
Uh huh.
Well, you said there's a big gap or a small gap or just a considerable gap. What are your thoughts on that?
I think the gap used to be a lot bigger. There's still a noticeable gap, but I definitely think it's shrinking. So
That's
yeah, I'm
awesome.
excited to see these this summer the results from all the tournaments coming up.
Yeah, man, we have MLG and Evo, and then we have CEO. Which one of those tournaments are you attending?
I'm attending both Evo and MLG.
No, no, you're not going to CEO.
I don't think I can't get the days off work. Otherwise, I would definitely be there.
All right, man. Maybe if you do. Maybe if you do. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who
We'll
knows?
see.
Who knows? Hopefully you can, man. All right, man. So I wanna ask you, why of all the characters you can play in Melee, you decide to go with not only Mario but Dr. Mario?
All right. So I've always had this thing where in video games I pick the same character no matter what in every game. So if Mario's in a game, obviously it's a Mario game. I always pick Mario. You know, Mario Party, Mario Kart, every game Mario available, I would pick him. And so Smash wasn't really any different. I picked up the game. Mario was an option, so I chose Mario as my main. And when I first joined the scene, I was a Mario main for a while, but people just kept telling me, you know, Doc is better than Mario. Doc is better than Mario. And for a while, I said, you know, I'll be betraying, you know, Mario if I dump him for Doc because he's not really Mario. But after playing around with him, I just decided everyone was right. Doc is definitely better than Mario in most matchups. In most matchups.
Like in which ones he's not better, for example?
Sometimes I think that Mario does better versus Peach just because of his speed and, you know, he can punish her forward air with a forward smash. So that would be a matchup. Uh,
That's crazy. I didn't know about that one. I thought Dr. Mario will do better with forwards to be able to kill Peach more safely.
yeah, you know, it's actually pretty hard to land a forward air on Peach.
Hmm.
That's the real showstopper there. I've been working on some dock tricks actually, trying to get him back in the metagame. So who knows? I might bust him out this summer. I'm hoping to. Whip up some new technology.
So who are you working on currently right now as you're playing?
As my characters, you mean right now?
Yes, right now in this second.
Right this second, I was playing mostly Sheik today. More Sheik than Doc for sure.
Okay.
So, yeah, NorCal, they've had a lot of experience against Doc, years and years. It's a little rough here to play the specialty characters. I'm
Right.
sure you know Axe has trouble in AZ with Pikachu, maybe. Who knows?
Mm.
But
Well, you say you
yeah.
definitely. Well, you say you definitely have an easier time at a bigger tournament out of region than tournaments in your own region because you have the advantage of people not knowing your character as well as your own region.
Yeah, I would say so, and it's just a style familiarity comes into play. I play SFAT and PPU pretty often. We know each other's styles.
Hmm. I see. I see. And what will you say is like Dr. Mario's hardest matchup out of all the top tier ones? So not even the top tier ones, just in general. Oh, can you hear me? Shroom, can you hear me? Oh, I believe we just lost. Oh yes, we just lost the call real quick. All right, hold up. We're gonna try to get him back on the show real quick. Yep. Well, you guys are just funny. Uh, Let me see if I can get him back on the call real quick. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, sorry, I don't know what happened. The connection dropped.
That's fine. That's fine. I can just call you back.
No problem.
So you think you can put up the video again?
Video? Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
second.
Okay.
Alright, there you go.
All right. Let me screen region this then.
Let's see.
Yes.
Alright. I love how many compliments I get on my teeth.
You love it?
What?
You love it?
I do love it. Makes me motivated to wake up and give him a good brush every day.
Well, man. I mean, just put it on this way.
They're
Like,
for you guys. They're for you guys. This smile. You guys put this smile on my face.
that's awesome. That's awesome that you put it that way. That's awesome. Hey, man, you have a very, very awesome smile. So definitely, you want to
Thank
smile some more. That's definitely some great stuff. Oh man. Okay, so what we're talking about, oh man, let me remember exactly where we left off.
Alright.
I was talking to you. Yes, I mentioned. What do you think are some of Dr. Mario's, hardest matchups and whatnot?
Well, for me personally, I think it's Falco. Definitely. His down air is just it destroys every hitbox the Doc can put out. So I definitely think it's Falco, followed by I want to say Peach. Actually, I think Peach is a pretty hard matchup for Dr. Mario.
Okay, that's what would you say Falco is the harder than, for example, Fox? Did you hear me?
It's just
Okay.
wait, you were cutting out. I couldn't really hear you.
Oh, okay. I said, what will you say that Falco is harder than other matchups, for example?
Mm-hmm.
Why will you say that Falco is harder than other matchups? Am I cut? Am I cut
Well,
enough?
huh?
Am I cut enough?
Oh no, I heard you that time.
Okay.
I think his strength is in that down air. You can't really challenge it with any of Dr. Mario's moves. So if Falco stays above you, it can be pretty difficult to deal with him. That's why stages like Yoshi's are pretty hard for Doc versus Falco and other characters that do well with controlling airspace.
And what are the other difficult matchups too?
Well, Fox can be pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think that Doc beat Marth, but PPU has made me believe differently. So I think Marth is pretty hard now. Um, Falcon can be really tough. Knees are no joke, and Doc's recovery is not built for that. But yeah, I mean, I think he has decent matchups across the board. None of them are too bad, so I think he's viable for sure.
Understandable. And
Hmm.
so how did you ever throughout your playing career, what drove you to strive for such a high competitive level? Like, what was the thing that motivated you?
Well, I've always just been a competitive person. I don't like to lose, and I did the same thing Korean DJ did. I kind of set just benchmarks for myself, you know. When I first started, I just wanted to beat the best guy in my crew, you know. His name was Kai. I just wanted to beat him back then. And after that, you know, Silent Spectre was triple kneeing me, you know, every tournament. I wanted to beat him, and you know, I just kept creating a new goal for myself, and now I'm here. Started from the bottom.
Now we're here, boy. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So you have a very high competitive spirit overall. Have you ever been like that? You know, have you always been like that? I want to say.
Yeah, pretty much in everything I pick up. When I was younger, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, played World of Warcraft for a little while, the WoW TCG. And every time I pick something up, you know, I try to learn as much as I can about it. And, you know, I just don't like to be a scrub in anything I play. So I try to get good as fast as I can.
And how long did it take you, for example, to get good at melee? Like, what was the amount of time that it took you?
To get
Yeah,
actually good,
to get to a point where you will see yourself in videos or anything, you will be like, man, I'm good at this game.
that took about, I want to say, 2.5 years before I was on recording regularly. 2.5 years, 2.5 to 3, somewhere around there. So, you know, it takes a while. I was playing a lot back then, though. I played pretty much every day, and I was trying to get better as fast as I could. I was just, you know, obsessed with the game, playing. I'm still kind of obsessed with the game. You know, with all this growth we're experiencing, I've been playing about 4 times a week, you know, trying to stay in practice and everything. I'm really excited for the future of Smash. You know, Smash 4 coming out. We just got a lot of growth to look forward to. And so I'm really happy, you know, that I stuck with Smash and it got to where it is now. And I'm just excited to see where it's going to go.
I see, man. I see, and I'm pretty excited about Smash as well overall. Especially because of the future now. And speaking about the future, any thoughts on Smash 4 that you would like to share with the stream?
From what I've seen, it doesn't look bad. You know, I don't want to I don't want to get my hopes up, you know, after our heartbreak. Well, some people's heartbreak, you know, but yeah, it looks good. I think it's gonna be a pretty good game, and if it is, with the growth we're experiencing right now, I think we'll just explode, and Smash will be on the map. You know, a real esport, which is what I'm hoping, because I think it deserves to be.
So let's say that, for example, Smash got to a point where you will be making, you know, a solid salary for me. You know, I'm talking about more like just minimum wage. You know, just like making actual some decent money,
Uh,
not like really good money, but like decent money. Let's talk about like, I don't know, like 3,000 a month. You know, a good amount, right?
yeah.
Yeah, right. You're not rich at
Hmm.
that point, but you're making enough, right, to live off of it.
Yeah.
And so let's say if you're a professional Smash player, that's the title, and you were making that, you have to dedicate your life to practicing and your lifestyle to traveling to events and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Will you change your anything if that happened, for example, with Melee?
You mean as in would I choose it to be my career path?
Yes.
As in, would I like quit my job and everything?
If you got to that
If I
point.
knew it was sustainable, you know, possibly. I can't say with certainty, But I can say that competition is my true passion. So maybe
Maybe, maybe,
it,
man.
I'll say that it's a possibility. I'll say it's a possibility.
Okay, that's good enough because I'm giving you a very very blanket sample. With no actual proof. It's just an idea. But I believe that we're approaching that range where we're trying to it's gonna get to a point where we're gonna be like Smash used to be a game that you will just it will be your hobby. Then it became an activity. Then it became your passion. Then it became your job, and then it became your living. Like I believe we've been going through every step, and we can only go forth at this point. So I've been asking a lot of people this question, especially top players, because I know that you guys put a lot of time
Yeah.
into the game. I'm also I've also put a lot of time into the Smash games to get my skills to where they are right now. So I've always had that question: if people have the chance to be able to dedicate themselves to the game and just not worry about money, not worry about just things that life, we have to put on, worry about in life, and we just have to play Smash and just dedicate ourselves to that. How different will be things? I'll be always like consider that fact because like if you look at soccer players, football players, League of Legends players, they don't have to worry about their income with stuff. They just have to worry about playing what they do the best they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So they can bring a different level of commitment and competition to their game, right?
Yeah.
So imagine that happened with Smash. Well, that will be so hype.
I think everyone would reach their potential. I always feel like when I sit down and play friendlies, sometimes people will randomly. Have you ever, sat down playing friendlies and someone will just play an amazing stock where they do everything correctly
Yes.
and like they just make all the right decisions?
Mhm.
I feel everyone would reach that point all the time if we could dedicate our full time to playing Smash. And that's what I try to be. That's what I think everyone else tries to be. They try to play that way as much as they can. And if we had that much time to sit down and practice, I think everyone would be amazing at this game.
Yeah, it will be.
Same time, yeah, but at the same time, I really appreciate how Smash is like an escape from the real world.
Mhm.
It's just like a separate world that you go to on some weekends, some Saturdays, Sundays, some Smash Fest. It's just like an escape from the stresses of the real world. So if it was our income, it'd be a little different. It'd be a little bit of a more stressful environment, I think.
I actually agree with that completely. That's why I've always said that people who are truly good at Smash will get good at that game even if they were getting paid zero for it. And there's plenty of top players that I know of, for example, because I'm pretty sure that all of the top players currently they were not making any money when they were just getting good and winning tournaments. And now it's a different thing, and it's growing from there. So I
Yeah.
believe that the true passion is only true, pure when it's like not related to money and other things. It's just an activity you enjoy doing. So I just been wondering about the idea of actually being professional in that way, 'cause, we're approaching that point quickly
Yeah.
enough.
We are.
Yeah, we are. So it's very nice that you
It's
go over
exciting.
that. Yeah, it's very nice that you go over that topic because I was actually having the same thought on my mind. So hey, man.
Hmm. Yeah.
And speaking about Smash 4, but not about Smash 4, but actually Smash in general. What are your thoughts on like
Mhm.
Project Melee?
Uh, well, personally, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Project Melee. I don't play very often. I've only played a few times. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say about it because I've only played a few times. I entered the Project Melee FC or the doubles tournament at FC and a team with hacks, and we got like third or fourth or something. And back, but that was a really old version. It's pretty different now.
Mhm.
Um, but I think it's cool that we have people dedicated in our community to put something together, to try to build the future that they wanted the game to have. turn it into the Brawl that they envisioned when it was announced. So.
Absolutely. So yeah, like it's Project M. It's a pretty big thing right now. I say it's. Hey man, they're getting tournaments with 80 people on Tuesdays now. And man, like think about that for any Smash games like I don't know 3 years ago. That's insane.
That's crazy.
And hey man, Mario. Yeah, and Mario is one of the best characters too for Project M.
Yeah, he was buff. So
I don't know, man. If you wanted, oh, you can go on.
I mean, maybe I should. I'm kind of curious to try him out. I've heard he got a lot better. They buffed him a lot, so kind of want to try him out. Who knows? We'll see.
He's one of the best characters in Project M, and I think you will greatly appreciate that.
What's different about him? I know like his forward air is different, and cape's a little different. I don't know what else is different.
He has a lot more setups. He's has a lot more safer frame data. Nair is almost safe in shield or safe in shield. He can combo people in a lot more ways. His projectiles are quicker and safe in shield. He can like Falcon laser people. And
see, the problem is I need
a
Wii. I don't have a Wii, so I can't hack it, man. But we'll see. I'll give it a try. I want to give it a try. Since it's such a big thing, it must be pretty good. So
I'd totally recommend it to you.
Okay, I'll hopefully be able to enter the next project or PM tournament that we have here in NorCal.
Awesome, dude. Alright, man. So about like the whole Smash movement and all the tournaments were coming up and everything, like, what do you, what's the involvement that you hope to get from the Smash community in the upcoming months? Are you hoping to keep placing well, place even better, or are you gonna, for example, after the summer is over and the tournaments are over, you're gonna take a small break? What are your plans for this year for Smash?
Well, I always say that, I'm going to take a small break from Smash after the summer because that's when all the big tournaments are. And I just end up playing more. So, I know that this summer I'm trying to go all out, play my best, and, hopefully do better than last year. Better than my it's consistent, but, getting 7th and 5th. Year after year after year, it's a little disheartening because I'm not seeing much improvement on the national scale. But hopefully I can break that this summer, and we'll see.
Yeah, I see.
Probably
you can go on.
I always say I'm not gonna play, but I'm gonna keep playing after the summer, especially if Smash 4 is really good. I plan to pick it up, so yeah, I'll pick up the game if it's good.
Are you interested in the 3DS version?
No, I'm more of a console guy than a handheld type of person, so I'll definitely get a Wii U. Sadly, I haven't bought a system since the Wii, so. Yeah, got to do that, I guess. But change, progress. I'm going to buy a Wii U for one game, as I'm sure a lot of us are.
Alright, man. I wish you the best of luck at the tournaments and everything. It's definitely going to be a crazy experience. At the same time, yeah, I can see some people thinking about the 3DS version. I will personally, try it out because it's gonna be the way before to try out Smash 4 before the Wii U version. Get them chain of informations.
Definitely. Are we gonna have like tournaments for both? Does anyone know? Like, I wonder how that's gonna work.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know how the controller's gonna work. I don't know. We're gonna figure out with the Smash community. We'll figure it out in the way.
We'll figure it out. We'll get it done.
Yep. Alright, Shroom. I'm gonna make you one final question before wrapping up the interview. And
All right.
So my final question is, if you let's say let's say that you accomplish your goal of winning one of these big events. Let's say you won MLG or Evo, okay? This is a very different question. I'm going for it. What will you do at that point?
If I won?
If you won one of them.
Well, going back to what I said about setting short-term goals, I told myself that if I ever got top 10 in the national, I could retire from Smash and be happy. And, that changed to top 5. Now it's top 3. I'm sure it'll be first place after that happens. So even if I won one, getting one win to me, that's not truly winning. You have to be able to defend your title. So I would want to keep going for first for as long as I could until, someone can knock me off the throne.
I see. That's a true way of the champion, man. I props to you for that mentality. Yep. Yep. All right, man. First of all, I wanna thank you for coming on the show and talking about a lot of things, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And I wish you the best of luck for the upcoming tournaments, man, and good luck this weekend as well.
All right, thank you, Gonzalo, and I appreciate. I'm sure the entire community appreciates, this stream you're doing, this fundraiser. Let's get Armada his episode on the documentary like he deserved.
We're working our way towards it. Right now, I'm gonna give you the numbers. Right now we have 13,000.
13,000.
Yes, 13,000. We're right over the 50% mark goal, and for so far on the stream, we have almost $1,300 donated so far in these 13 hours. Hey man, we have pretty much steady $100 every hour.
So how about I'll end this saying that yes, I will play Doc. I'm reading stream chat a little bit.
New message from +15.
I will play Doc this summer. Hopefully, I want some games with Armada because I think he's amazing. This is all for him. So shout outs to Armada. Shout outs to NorCal, the best Smash community there is. Sorry, everyone else. But yeah. So shout out to everyone in the stream for keeping Smash going, keeping this 13 years? Bobak, is Smash 12 years, 13 years? 13?
For Melee? For Melee?
For Melee.
Yes, 13 years.
Melee.
13 years, man.
13, wow. Now I feel old. But yeah.
Alright, man. Thanks for coming on the show, man. I hope you have a great night.
Alright, you too.
Alright.
See everyone around. Tune in. Oh yeah, wait. Sorry, 1 second.
Go ahead.
Tune in to the twitch.tv/melee it on me tomorrow for NorCal Regionals.
What is the Twitch TV link for that?
Do you want me to send it to you on Skype or?
Yeah, send me that so I can link it to the viewers so they can watch tomorrow.
Alright. So twitch.tv/melee it on me. Tomorrow will be NorCal Regionals featuring SPAT, yours truly, PPU, Lucian, Homemade Waffles, and many of other NorCal's best. So tune in, guys.
Alright, man. I'll make sure to get it on the stream.
Alright, thank you, Gonzalo. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Alright, man. Take care, man. Good night.
You too. Have a good night, everybody.